I went there as a boy, and I left Hargrave as a young man.
I don't have shit to go back to. I'm scared what's going to happen if this doesn't work out.
We tell these young men straight up, this is your last chance.
You're in hell. Like Dante's Inferno type shit. Like, ninth circle of hell, like you are in that bitch.
The amount of talent that was up there, the raw talent, I was like, forget Ohio State, Florida State, Alabama, Texas, the best recruiting classes in the country every single year were up at Hargrave.
People came to Hargrave for a reason. Everybody came had a problem. You either didn't qualify, you weren't good enough out of high school, or you need maturity, or you need to develop more.
The mentality you had at Hargrave was, if you can't do shit for me, I ain't got shit for you, brother.
The results speak for itself.
If I was to get kicked out of here and I was in there, probably get mixed up with selling drugs and stuff. Again, if I had no school to go to, it's probably what I end up doing.
The thing that really spoke to me about Hargrave was you had some young people that sometimes they were getting the second chance. You had others that physically maybe hadn't developed quite yet and thought they had potential, so they wanted to go to a place to give themselves another year to develop. All in all, what was unique to me was anybody that chose to go to a military institution that was going to require all you have and just a little bit more to function on a daily basis was serious about their education and also about getting an opportunity to play at the next level.
That's kind of where our recruiting started. Let's check out Hargrave and Fort Union, and we'll fill our needs on the board. And what we don't get from these schools, we'll go, somewhere else, to high school or wherever.
It's not like those are in big metropolitan areas. There's not a whole lot going on at Hargrave Military.
It's just like in the middle of nowhere. It was like I ain't gonna say prison, but modern POW camp.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing some days, okay? I couldn't believe multiple different D1 programs were walking the walk we did to watch us play football. Frank Beamer was in our gym, just watching us, shooting the shit with dudes. This is the best athletes in the United States, arguably the world. Basketball and football right here. I don't think I appreciated that moment enough.
It was who's who, all right? You had every SEC school, you probably had every ACC school, majority of the Big Ten schools. You even had some Pac-12 schools come through.
Right, I remember our combine, and it was every coach that you can imagine there, you know what I mean? It's like one of the things where you like, man, if you want to make a name for yourself, this is the time and the opportunity.
Some of us had stellar NFL careers. Some of us barely got to scratch the surface. Some of us never, became a starter in college, but was able to get that college degree and get that opportunity off the field to even be able to go to a college, to be able to have those experiences. None of that happens if it wasn't for Hargrave.
It taught me so much about myself. That's the biggest benefit from Hargrave. You found out who you were.
Hargrave really humbled me and taught me the true meaning of humility. When you have everything pretty much stripped away from you, you gotta figure it out on your own.
I remember the first night we got dropped off there, and my dad gave me a hug, and the last thing he said to me was like, look, if you come back and you don't got a scholarship, you gonna go to Montgomery College right here in Maryland. I took out money against the house for this. I was not allowed to come home without a scholarship.
We came from the grave and back, right? If you can come back from that hellhole, you can make it in life.